Tango Miscreants. Got a real treat for you today. Some more LPs from the Madam Sin Library. Dark Side of the Moon, Sergeant Pepper's, Odyssey and Oracle. They're all here. Not. So let's start with Lenny, the marvellous Lenny Bruce. And this is a lovely LP that Phil Spector put out because Phil was obsessed with Lenny Bruce. And that is one of the best covers, isn't it? I mean, Lenny did have great covers, but that is one of the best ones, isn't it? And that is classic Lenny. Hard to find now, this album. But I think you'll admit that's a tremendous cover, isn't it? And then a bit of beat, a bit of freak beat for you. This is one of these classic Decca albums that came out at the time when they're doing the Stones and the Small Faces. But these two Decca albums of them really stand up, I think. They've got really good tracks on them, including I Can Only Give You Everything. Really great stuff on this one. Yeah, he does that version of Turn On Your Love Light, Call My Name, Could You, Would You? That's a great one, isn't it, by him? Nice. Lovely old Decca. And this one was brought out in the 50s in England because Muddy Waters had played over here in 1958. And it created quite a stir. Chris Barber brought him over because blues fans over here only had the records and they were starved of the real thing. And then horrified to find out that Muddy had brought a full electric band with him because a lot of these blues guys were purists, you know, and they thought the blues had to be acoustic for some reason. I don't know why. They're probably the type who thinks that it all came from Africa, you know, because of the drums and all that, but you know, all the early blues stuff doesn't have drums on it, and all that wonderful black American music came from spirituals anyway, you know. Nothing to do with drums at all. But anyway, there you go. Lovely, lovely London copy of Muddy Waters. Again, our wonderful London label that introduced us to so much fantastic black American music. And this is, I think you could actually call this acid jazz. Although I don't know what the modern parlance is for this kind of jazz, but it's a really terrific album, this one. Mainstream, they usually have a lot of quite dodgy psych on it. There's that Neighborhood Children album on Mainstream. There's a few odd ones. It's a very odd label. This is really terrific, really excellent, solid album. And then the album that really got me into jazz. This is I named my son after. So it's a very big LP for me, Saxophone Colossus. And my son, at the age of 5, he could hum St. Thomas off this album. That's how often it was played. But this is lovely stateside, as you know, stateside, best of American music. Now, I know what you're going to say. Oh dear, Paul, not that old chestnut. Everyone's got that. Yeah, but the thing is, you see, with this, it's not complete. This, unless you've got. For starters, you've got to have the original inner sleeves. So you've got to have those. You've got to have the original inner sleeves. But this is the most important thing. And this is what people don't have. Is this. It's the postcards that come with it. See? Whole load of them. Whole bunch of them. And if you haven't got those postcards, it's not complete. So, I haven't seen anyone show them before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen anyone show these ones. So, anyway, there's your Exile as it's meant to be. Then on to a bit of Jackie Wilson. This again is one of my favourite covers. Do the photographer on this one? Did a whole series, this guy. No, they don't credit him, but he did a fantastic one on Screaming Jay Hawkins as well. But isn't that a brilliant cover? Jackie Wilson's first album. Really lovely. And then this is the first Lord Buckley album that came out in England. This is an extraordinary piece of kit, this is. This is padded. This is properly upholstered, this is. I'll show you how it comes. Can you see that? And what they decided to call this album was The Parabolic Revelations of the Late Lord Buckley. And this is Non-Such Records, and I think someone has very unimaginatively stolen that for a label name. And then this is the, you got to have this inner sleeve for it. But that is, I would say, the rarest English album by a long chalk, ladies and gentlemen. Really odd, isn't it? And then to finish off with the first Bill Burroughs album. And that's lovely. And the definitive versions of Naked Lunch on here. Really brilliant. And what's the other one he does? He does Nova Express, yeah. Fantastic. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A few LPs for your delectation, and I hope you enjoyed those, and we'll have some more for you very soon.